Hello everybody and welcome back to WoW Classic. I ran all the way back out to the Shady Rest Inn, and I looked around really good this time and actually found a badge. And so it gave us this quest. Bring Wreath's badge to Captain Garen Vimes in Theramore. A glint of light on the ground catches your eye from underneath the rubble. Brushing away debris and ash caked onto the object reveals the insignia of a gold anchor on white enameled on the surface, the sign of Theramore. Underneath the anchor is embossed the name Lieutenant Pavel Wreath. So we're going to go back to Captain Vimes and hope that this is the clue we're looking for to push forward and see what exactly happened at the Shady Rest Inn.
What can I do for you?
It's never good news when a guard's badge is brought to me. Sometimes it's a man or woman who's fallen in battle, and I'm left to bring the news to the grieving family. Other times we never find out what happened to them, and other times it's even worse than that. I don't recognize the name of Lieutenant Pavel Wreath. Your best bet would be to check with Adjutant Tessorin. He keeps track of all the records for the Theramore Guard, from personnel to their equipment. He should be able to tell you who this Wreath is with a quick check of his books. Find out more about Wreath from Adjutant Tessorin in Theramore. Okay, and of course he's sitting right here. That's pretty convenient.
Greetings.
Hello. You'd like information about a specific member of the Theramore Guard? Wreath, was it? Just give me a moment to find the right book. Redon, Redpath. Ah, here it is. Lieutenant Pavel Wreath. Joined the Theramore Guard along with most of the recruits that came across the sea with Lady Proudmoore. Enlisted with the Marines of Kulturas at the age of 16. Distinguished service. Promotions. Listed as missing.
See you around.
Okay, so he's missing. We kind of already got that idea.
King's honor, friend.
Missing? That would be Tessorin's kind way of saying traitor. No doubt, he's one of those fools so blindly loyal to Admiral Dalen that he turned traitor. Isn't that a delicious irony? The deserters accuse us of betraying the Alliance. It has been a struggle maintaining a presence in the marsh, but through strength of our resolve, we have been able to maintain several defensive watchtowers through the area. The latest information and scouting reports I have received indicate that a group of deserters has squatted in our abandoned tower at Lost Point, southeast of the inn. The deserters' leader is a man named Jakin. See if you can get some information out of him. Be warned, he may be a tough nut to crack. Get information about Wreath from Balos Jakin and the deserters in Dustwallow Marsh, and that's southeast
For the Alliance.
of the Shady Rest Inn. Okay, well, we're definitely going to head out and do that. Let's see, we need to stop tracking that. We don't need to be tracking that. We do need to get pristine crawler legs. But these were from the Swamp of Sorrows. And so now, really all we have, we could find a trade vendor here in town to take care of this one. But it's not like that's going anywhere. I was kind of hopeful that we might get a few more quests to do at the same time or along the way, but doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Let's go ahead and sell the stuff that we don't need. Let's get that out of our bags. It was for the first aid quest that we've already completed. We won't be needing it again. Okay, I think that is about as empty as we can get our bags for right now. Brings us up to 20 gold. But we're going to need a lot more gold than that. And you can see we're getting close to level 39. Let's see, where might we find somebody who would have soothing spices? And this would go back to Witch Hill, and I know there will be more quests there if we can complete this, so we should probably find these spices before we head out.
What can I do for you?
Step on up.
You're not going to have it.
See you around.
I supply only the finest.
It's gotta be the
goods.
cook, right?
Looking for something specific?
Or not. Maybe it's just a trade goods vendor. Cooking trainer. Not sure where they might be. We could have went upstairs, I guess. Let's check upstairs really fast. It's a long shot, but I don't want to search the rest of the town and then we find out the trade goods vendor is upstairs in the inn. Explorers League guy here. Nobody in this room. And just a couple of NPCs hanging out in here. Okay. All well and good. Don't mind me. Just barging into your rooms all willy-nilly. Totally fine. Probably not going to be in the tower, I wouldn't think. That would be a weird place to put someone who sells cooking spices. Expert alchemist, herbalist,
I supply only the finest.
alchemy supplier. I'm assuming these guys have nothing to teach us.
Go with
How
honor,
are you?
friend.
Okay, perfect.
See you later.
Armorsmith and weaponsmith, obviously. Let's head back here to these buildings. This is going to be the stables. Horse breeder.
What can I do for you?
Well, you can't do anything for us right now because we don't have a mount. You'd think there would be someone here. Wait. Aha!
Hello.
Trade supplies. Was it 3 we needed?
Have a good one.
Okay, perfect. Alright, we'll take these. And we'll head out and we will stop at Witch Hill first. Which was northwest. If we just kind of follow the road out of town, we will get there. And I think if there are more quests to do at Witch Hill, that'll be a good place to just quest there for a minute before we head all the way out to the inn. Because then we're going south of the inn into a different area. Probably down into the undiscovered part of our map, south of the Shady Rest Inn. And so if we can do more quests around Witch Hill, we could do those first. And then we could head down to the south later on. I did some research and we're actually at level to do Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. And there are 3 blue pieces of mail gear that drop in there. Well, 2 pieces of mail gear that I saw and a 2-handed axe. And while we're not currently spec'd into axes, could be a huge upgrade nevertheless. So I do want to do that dungeon at some point. We've already kind of out-leveled Scarlet Monastery Library. Those dungeons are so much easier to do on the Horde because you can take the Zeppelin right to Undercity and then the dungeons are right there. On the Alliance side, I guess we would have to go to South Shore. We'd have to run up all the way through Silver Pine. Well, it's probably not a long run, but it's not exactly convenient to a central city or hub for Alliance players. You guys can let me know what do you think would be the easiest way to get to Scarlet Monastery. I'm thinking just run it from South Shore. But I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong like the time I ran all the way here from Ashenvale because I didn't realize there was a boat that would take us to Theramore from Menethil. So I've been wrong about travel before. Totally gonna accept that I could be wrong again. I appreciate that the lighting in this zone seems very different depending on what time of day it is. Just something I've noticed. Okay, Swamp Eye, Jarl. Jarl.
Hey there.
Spice. We could all use some spice in our life. You agree? Sure. Ah, that's the spice. Now here's some swampy good stew. Eye juice is good juice for drinking. Too bad most critters only have 2 eyes. But spiders have lots of eyes. Lots and lots. And dark mist eye juice is tasty. Smooth and salty. Unpopped spider eyes. I taste them already. Dark mist spiders are west of here, in the dark mist cavern. You figure the spiders are named after the cave, or is it the other way around? Bring 40 unpopped dark mist eyes to Swamp Eye at Swamplight Manor, which is his little shack here. Literally, it's called Swamplight Manor. Okay, this guy is a little off his rocker, I think. He is, by all appearances, a human, but he seems to have some unique taste buds, and I'm getting the feeling that it might not be all innocent. Unpopped spider eyes. That just sounds awful. And I guess they're going to be to the west in the undiscovered part of our map over there. Alright, let's head over and get this done because we all know how much I love fighting spiders. I was going to say, there's not a lot of mobs out, but we got some stealth spiders here on our way. Probably not the ones we need for the quest. Jarl needs eyes. Look, this is a green quest, actually. It's good that we're going to do this now. I don't want to outlevel any more quests if we can avoid it. Okay, we're going to assume that those spiders aren't going to have anything for us. Let's keep heading to the west. Such a nasty poison and it lasts for so long. Let's go up here and get this life root. We're starting to be in zones now where we can definitely level up our herbalism now that we have it set to max out at 300. Maybe we can do this without fighting something. But I doubt it. Where is it? Here it is. It's probably not going to aggro just because it's green. These guys are only level 36. Bunch of raptors. This is the least amount of trees I've seen in an area of Dustwallow Marsh yet, is this clearing right here. And of course that's where all of the... Oh god, now we're surrounded. It's where all the raptors have come to the one clear area of Dustwallow Marsh. And boy, are there a lot of them. I'm going to assume that at some point we'll have a quest to fight these guys. Bloodfen Screechers. But for now, could avoid probably most of them. Unless they get too close, like this poor fellow. Of course. Alright, let's... Well, we could do a couple of things. If we had rage, we could do lots of stuff. Let's just execute this guy, and then we won't bother with wasting rage on sweeping strikes. We'll just switch our DPS over. Sweeping strikes is really something you gotta pop at the beginning if you pull two mobs together, and that's a good time for sweeping strikes. When they're nearly dead, it just costs so much rage that it's not gonna be worth saving up. Because by the time you do save up, your white swings will have them down to where you can execute, as we just saw. And we're at a point where we can handle these guys without having to blow retaliation just because we pulled two of them, so that's good. We really need a weapon upgrade though. We got this from the Morladim quest back in Duskwood. The sword we have now, the Arceus. So we definitely need a weapon upgrade sometime soon. And preferably one that I don't have to spend our incredibly limited gold on to get from the auction house. I just have had no luck with dungeon loot drops, and I don't know if that's going to change anytime soon, so we'll find out though. I really want to try Fury soon, and I think that by now the cost for respec's probably gone down a little bit. I don't really know exactly what the time frame is. I know that if you wait a long time between respecs, the cost will gradually go back down. So it was at 7 gold quite a while ago. And you know, it might be back down to like 2 or 3 gold now, which we could probably afford. This is another Dark Fang spider. He's right in the way of an herb that I want, so just gonna kill him. And then if we go Fury, you know, like with this spec, we had this awesome sword for a while, so we put points into sword specialization. We always knew that could possibly come back to bite us. And in a way, it hasn't yet, just because we haven't got any other drops, but when I look at stuff like from the loot tables of Scarlet Monastery Cathedral, and I see a two-handed axe, I'm kind of thinking, well, that's going to be a respec on its own, right? Just to reallocate our points from sword specialization into axe specialization to get the most out of it, so at that point, I would be fine just respecking to Fury. Oh, I bet it's this, is it this cave down here on the map? Maybe. Let's just keep going. It's just weird that we haven't seen any of these yet. Yep, Dark Mist Spider. So, I need Dark Mist Spider, right? We've been fighting some. Maybe we just are not having any luck at not popping their eyes. But I'm thinking like there has to be a cave full of them somewhere, like just higher density of spiders in general. So maybe we will investigate this cave that we can see on the map. Here we go, Dark Mist Cavern. That's what we want to see. Okay, here we go. These are the guys we want. The green, stringy, slimy spiders. Okay. These are a little bit more tolerable to me than the fuzzy spiders. So, there's that. They still poison and it sucks just as bad. Alright, now we're getting some eyes. That's good. Undead Priest. Alright, now this is a time when we might get some use out of sweeping strikes. If we're not really lucky, we might also get some use out of retaliation. Oh god, are their poisons gonna stack? It's not gonna matter if we die. Yep. There we go. Hey, we had some help. Thanks, buddy. That was cool of him to help us out. Yeah, didn't expect that. These guys kind of rocked us a little bit, but I don't think we were at full health when I pulled them, so we'll have to be more conscious of that if we're going to be fighting in this densely populated area. We're probably going to end up fighting 2 at a time again. Probably won't be the last time it happens. But the eyes are dropping at a pretty decent rate. I mean, granted, we need 40 of them, and that's a shit ton, but... that seems like, to me, like, if I put 40 of these eyes in a blender, like, that's gonna be too many eyes, you know? Maybe he's trying to, like, store up some juices. Maybe he's got more nefarious plans in mind. That's kind of what I'm worried about. We always end up helping people with things that turn out to be, like, very bad for us, and then we have to clean up our own mess, usually by fighting them or something they summon into the world. And I'm just, like, constantly amazed at how we're kind of forced to play this dense character that, you know, we can kind of see through it pretty early on. Like, hey, this guy's up to no good. What are we doing? But in the quest for experience and gold and loot, we're just going to do it anyway. Because we don't have a lot of choice. Not really a lot of player agency when it comes to deciding what quest we will do and won't do. We're going to do any quest that gives us experience because we can't afford not to. So if that means that we're going to help some guy make a concoction to turn himself into a crazy monster thing, then we're going to do that, and we're going to deal with it later. And I just think that's a pretty strange place to be as a character, but it is what it is. Oh, we're not going to be able to use this bandage. Oh wait, are we going to get the tick? Sometimes poison will tick and stop us from bandaging, and this time it didn't. I'm kind of confused about why. Oh, every 10 seconds. Maybe we just snuck the bandage in. I don't know. I don't know. But we have 12 eyes. Ooh, these guys are stealthing too. Not as well as the ones out in the wild were doing, but... I'm certainly not going to complain about that at this point. I find it funny that this quest is green and, you know, the spiders are actually level 38, so... Perhaps there are weaker ones somewhere? Otherwise, I just feel like it should be a yellow quest. It's basically at our level, so... One back here is level 37, that's still yellow. And shit. Okay. Did we pull 2? We definitely pulled 2. They're just like stacked on top of each other in some strange manner. They were like literally on top of each other though. I don't see how we would have ever not pulled them both if we wanted to go in here at all. And so that's kind of why I'm questioning this being marked as a green quest. Doesn't really seem like that's realistic. Especially because we're about to be taken down by these guys. Well, crap. At least we killed one of them? I guess? I don't know. Well, let's see where we are for the spirit run. We're pretty damn far, so we'll use some editing magic and I'll see you guys back in the cave. Alright, we're back at it. Let's see here. It looks like somebody might have been making their way through the cave after us, possibly that gnome mage that we saw in the distance. So maybe this won't be... Look at this. 3 of them stacked on top of each other. That's great. Oh, it's our undead priest buddy. I'll give him a little helping hand and build up some rage here. There we go. Okay, assuming there's a lurker. Great. Hopefully these guys can't aggro from up there. That would be unfortunate. Some big misses. Oh, of course, just keep it up. Gotta keep our bleeds going, otherwise we're just standing here waiting for white swings to maybe hit, maybe not. Well, we've got 20 out of 40. Oh, there's the poison stopping us from bandaging. Very cool. Ah, man, we're just having really shit luck. And the thing is, like, we really can't take two of these guys, I don't think. But all the pulls are like this. It's every other pull has been this way. And I think we're using all of our tricks here that we have. Look at this, we're gonna get a third one. Can you guys believe this? I mean, I could believe it, I don't fucking like it. That's for sure. Sorry for the F-bomb. But I just keep coming back to the idea that, again, this is a green quest. But it is clearly not a green quest. It's clearly a little bit more difficult than that. We're gonna die here of poison? No, we're not poisoned. We have 6 HP left. We've dropped roughly 2 F-bombs. Look at this shit. I think that one must have killed that priest. Because he pulled it off of us, and it must have killed him and come back. That's just unfortunate for both of us. Alright, we're back. Hopefully we don't get immediately killed off. I did have to pass like 17 spiders on the way here in spirit form. So, and look. Look, we already have a buddy who's come to play. And we already can't... Oh, God. Oh, what? This place is a nightmare. It's just a fucking nightmare. I'm sure we're gonna have one creep up behind us too any minute. Ugh, just miserable. Well, we'll see if we still don't die of the poison. This place sucks, quite frankly. I'll be happy when we get all of our eyes and we don't have to come back to this cavern ever again. Let's get full health. And now I feel like I just need to turn my ass around and start working my way out, because look, we're not even gonna get out. Like, maybe that's not the move. Maybe we just keep going deeper and then we hearth out. Because, I mean, or just run out. We could run out and chain a million spiders behind us. Because I'm not going back that way. Everything is a 2-pull. This might end up being a 2-pull. Oh good, just dodge everything. That's awesome. This is definitely not helping or changing my hatred of spiders at all. My fear is that he's going to have us come back in here at some point to kill some kind of named spider. That would really suck. I kind of want to be done with this place once we are out of here. We'll take all that to just sell it. Good news is we're almost done. The one back there already respawned. I hope this guy doesn't respawn like immediately as well. That could definitely screw us. But at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. Well, we're going to see at least what's at the back of the cave. And then we're going to have to worry about making our way out of here. Look at how far that one is coming towards us. Look how close he came. If had we stayed anywhere any closer, that other one would have aggroed on us, like almost definitely. Let's get our armor back up. For what little good it probably does. It makes me feel a little better. And I'll say, at least these guys don't run. That would be the end of us. Now we're getting one eyeball at a time. Maybe we need to be gentler. We need to be stabbing them not in their face. As if that actually has any effect. I would have brought more food if I'd have realized that we were going to have zero use of our bandages through this entire area. Maybe we just... I keep wondering how we should go about getting out of here. I think I'm just going to end up running out and hoping for the best. Maybe someone will be clearing towards us by that point. We'll start making our way back after this guy, but ultimately, there's not a clear way back. We'll just run it. We'll go in defensive stance, we'll run it, and we will get back and turn this one in to see what this crazy dude wants us to do next. I do remember on the Horde side a quest about grabbing frog legs off of the frogs nearby. Near that cabin, so maybe that's something we'll do next. It seems like we would do frog legs and then work up to spider eyeballs, but you never know. Okay, that's 39. Let's start heading back. Didn't exactly get full health there, so let's hope that we don't get a respawn on top of us or anything like that. And that we don't have a long missing streak. Alright, there's our last eyeball. And now we just need to heal up and get out of here. And I think we're just going to book it in defensive stance. We're pretty deep in here. This could go horribly wrong. But so could fighting them 2 at a time. So I don't really see what difference it makes. Either way, we have a low probability of survival. Especially if we get dazed. which we are about to get dazed. At least we'll get ourselves out of the cavern and then I can run us back. Perfect. Alright, the area looks relatively clear. Should be able to run back without getting annihilated. So let's head back to Witch Hill and turn in all these wonderfully juicy eyeballs. Looks like something interesting should be going on here, but maybe that's already happened. Don't really have an interest in fighting these alligators. We are pretty close to level, so probably wouldn't be a bad idea to fight a few more things, honestly. We'll see if anything aggroes. Look at this guy just hanging out here stealthed. If there are more infiltrator, probably somebody that you would kill if you were Horde. I was gonna say that we were doing good about not getting aggro, but here we are. I saw that spider there. I thought it was too late, but apparently we didn't aggro it. Whew, okay. Let's just get back and we'll turn this in. See what he wants us to do next. Hopefully not something as unsavory as fighting spiders, but who knows? It's bound to get worse. Alright, where was this guy's little house? It was all the way back there. Okay, it's not this tower. I keep looking at this tower on the map and thinking that marks the house. It doesn't. It marks a tower. It could have been closer, actually, now that I think about it, just to hearth back. And not, you know, take the death. But for some reason I was thinking that it was closer than it was, so that's my bad. Hearthing would have been far preferable to being murdered by 27 spiders and having to do a spirit run, but that is what we did. I feel like it's been forever since we've got the jump on somebody. Our character probably doesn't even know what to do with that initial rage.
You need something?
You got the eyes. You got the eyes. Tasty, tasty spider eyes. Some eyes, when you stare at them, they stare back. Eat those last. They keep you company out in the swamp. Hello, little spider eyes. Hello. You taste like chicken. Gooey, salty chicken. Yeah, this guy isn't right, obviously. I have cutting to do. I can't tell you what I'm going to cut, but I need myself a blade. A certain blade. Some people call it a moonsteel broadsword. I call it a swing blade. Obviously referencing something. You help me, maybe you find it in town. Maybe you talk to a blacksmith and he'll make it special. But don't sleep on this. What I'm cutting won't keep forever. Bring a moonsteel broadsword to Jarl and Dustwall Marsh. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We should arm this guy. Give him a sword to cut something that he can't tell us about. You see what I mean? How we kind of always play the buffoon, basically.
See you around.
It's like, I understand it's probably supposed to be entertaining and like funny, but from an RPG perspective, it's not always the most immersive thing in the world. So he says we could find this. He says we could find this at the blacksmith. Okay, well we could try that. Something tells me that it won't be that easy. But let's just take a look at the blacksmith in town and see what he has to say. Like, but I'd rather not help this guy at all. I feel like in this situation we should have like an alternate means of resolution where we go and tell somebody like, hey, there's this weirdo out in the swamp doing weird stuff, and they could be like, okay, why don't you find out what he's up to and bring him to the jail or something. You know, I don't know how it plays out, but just give me another option besides like helping this guy complete his ultimate purpose where he'll probably either get killed by something or we'll have to kill him ourselves. Seems like where this is going. But, you know, we'll play along because, well, we need experience. And we need gold. And we need items. Alright, let's see. Weaponsmith.
Hey there.
Yeah, like, unsurprisingly, there's nothing.
Farewell.
Hello.
Yeah, so, you know,
Safe travels.
Moonsteel Broadsword. Talk to a blacksmith. I mean, if neither of these guys are blacksmiths, then I don't know. Let's go ahead and repair while we're here. What else? Sell all this stuff that we don't need. Alright, well, you know, with that done, it doesn't really leave us a good lead on where in the hell we're going to find a different blacksmith. And I'm assuming if it was like a person on the map, it will mark it for us with a yellow dot, but that might not be the case. It could literally be someone we have to find and click on and talk to. And if that's the case, then I don't know. I would have thought all the smiths would have been back there at the smithy in the forge, but I could be wrong. We could do a circuit of the town and see if anything pops up on the map, I guess. Don't think they're going to be out on the docks making moonsteel blades. They're not in the practice yards making moonsteel blades. I don't see any dots popping up here inside the citadel. Or the barracks. Whatever you want to call it. And I doubt they're going to be making blades at the inn, but let's just circle around and check and complete our due diligence here.
Hello.
This guy's still smiling. That's useless and awesome. Okay, nothing popping up in here. Perfect. And then the last place that we really haven't checked is in the central tower. But again, Didn't see any dots pop up on the map. This one might require some research. I might have to look this one up if we don't want to be held up on it for too long. I remember getting a sword from a Murloc on the Horde side. I don't know if that's what we have to do. The quest doesn't mention Murlocs at all. We don't even get anything good for it. Excuse me. The quest doesn't mention Murlocs at all. I just remember killing Murlocs for a sword on my original warrior way back in the day. So if that's it, you guys could let me know. I will take that. That's not spoilery if I already think I know. But otherwise, I think I just might look this one up, because failing that, we could be stuck on this for a bit. And since it's green, I don't want to be stuck on it at all. I'd like to do it before we hit level 39, just in case. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you do know the resolution for that, if it is Murlocs, go ahead and tell me. I'm pretty sure I know where to find them if that's the case. And next time when we come back, we'll be working on that, and we'll also make our way south of the Shady Rest Inn to see what's going on there and if we can get the full story at some point. So join me next time. For now, I really appreciate the support. Thank you guys for being here. It means a lot to me. We'll see you again, and wish me luck.